Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yesterday I did a video on PwC's report on how fast India is creating or producing unicorns. And they have, in this particular year, 2021, they are number two, just behind the United States in terms of the numbers. In that same report, they've also spoken about how much investment is going into the Indian startups, and they have, spoken about the fact that in this year, the Indian startups have received the most number of investments ever in history. So it's a record that they've created this particular year. So in this video, we're going to talk about just that. I'm going to show you what is that record, how much they have, how much investment they have received, and also I'm going to talk about more on what implications that has, and which are those companies which are potentially doing very well in the current time. So we talk about all of that today. Before we dive in, as usual, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Please comment on my video so that I know what exactly you're looking at, and then I can craft out a video based on your requirement. And finally, please share my videos with people who you think would benefit from my research and from my videos. So without further ado, let's dive in. So as you know, before I start, I talk about my ebook. This particular ebook is on my journey as an entrepreneur. It's titled 6-Figure Corporate Job to Master the Entrepreneur. So in this ebook, I've spoken about my, about the time back in 2010 when I quit my 6-figure globetrotting corporate job. It talks about, the preparation I took before I jumped into the world of entrepreneurship. I've spoken about the challenges I faced in that journey, and I've spoken about how I overcame those challenges as an entrepreneur. I'm quite sure a lot of you would be looking to becoming an entrepreneur. So with all you guys in mind, I've put down 3 worksheets in this ebook so that you could answer certain questions and get points. These questions are essentially, a way to gauge your mind on your preparedness to becoming an entrepreneur. So towards the end, based on the total, score that you get, you would get to know where you stand in terms of your preparedness as an entrepreneur. I have also scored myself based on those questions and based on my mindset back in 2010, and you would know how much I scored, and you will also know how successful I am today as an entrepreneur with 2 companies, one in Singapore and the other one in India, and representations in the US market. The coolest thing is that this ebook is available to you for free of charge. It's available on my website. The URL is currently flashing on the screen. I'll put the URL in the description box below. Go to the page, click on it and go to the page, put down your name and email address, and the link to download the ebook will be emailed to your inbox. I hope you like the ebook. Do give me your honest feedback. Now let's jump into the world of how much investment Indian startups have received in this year. So PwC's latest report, which is titled A Startup Perspective, India Startup Deals Tracker, Q3 CY21, also said that Indian startups have received a record funding in Q3 of CY21 with investment totaling $10.9 billion across 347 deals. The first time investments in a quarter have crossed the 10 billion mark. That's incredible. That is twice the funding received in Q3 CY20, which is last year, and is up about 41% over Q2 CY21 figure, which is the previous quarter. The increase in funding activity was noted across all sectors, both by value and volume. However, fintech, edtech, and SaaS are the top 3 hot investment sectors in CY21, together accounting for about 47% of the total funding activity. So these three contributed to 47% of the total funding activity, so which is approximately $5 billion. Fintech sector saw a four-fold increase in funds raised in the first 3 quarters of CY21 over the first 3 quarters of CY20. 6 fintech companies attained unicorn status. So, astonishing results for India in this year, in this quarter. So we'll talk about where did the most investments go. Now, you have seen part of this graph on the left in my video yesterday. So you would know the highlights have been that the new deals closed in Q3 CY21 rose approximately 83% in terms of count, and 41% just said in the previous slide in terms of value. Fintech, EdTech are with the top 3, and you look at the companies who have received maximum funding. You will also see, how much unicorns India has added compared to the US. India is number 2, followed by China. India has added 10, whereas China has added 7. US is of course far ahead. So that's where we stand today. So fintech investment in India in CY21 have grown exponentially. In the first 3 quarters of 2021, investment worth $4.6 billion in the fintech space were recorded, up approximately 3 times from $1.6 billion in 2020. Investment worth of $2.5 billion for 53 closed deals were recorded in Q3 of CY21 alone across various stages of investment. The fintech ecosystem saw investments across the spectrum of business, with investors showing a renewed interest in companies operating in the segment of insurtech, wealth tech, neobanks, and financial technology enablers. Stages of funding. Approximately 84% of the funding activity was driven by growth and late-stage deals. I did show a graph on that in yesterday's video. However, these represented approximately 39% of the total deal activity in terms of counts. Around 61% of the total deal activity consisted of early-stage funding rounds for 1.6 billion. Average ticket size per round was about 4 million. Average as early stage per early stage / seed companies. So it's actually a great point that in the early stage, 61% of the total deal activities were done. So which is tremendous, which is really encouraging. That means the new startups are getting encouragement. The pre-IPO round raised for 880 million in CY21 by companies nearing IPO like Ola Cabs and a few others with Pine Labs and Droom. So Pine Labs actually got the maximum $700 million. So it is heartening. City-based funding activity, Bengaluru and NCR, which is the New Delhi National Capital Region, continue to be the key startup cities in India, together contributing around 76 to 78% of the total funding activity in the first 3 quarters of both CY20 and CY21, followed by Mumbai and Pune. Global and Indian unicorns, a total of 114 private startups globally became unicorns in CY20. The number increased drastically in 2021 as 371 startups have already become unicorns in the first 3 quarters of CY21. Geographically, maximum unicorns since Q3 CY21 have come from the US, with India in the second position with 10. Fintech and SaaS are the most represented sectors in the Q3 CY21, both globally as well as in India. Three decacons are privately held startups valued over $10 billion were added in 2021, all from China and Hong Kong. As of now, India has two decacons, Paytm and Baiju, which is Paytm is in payments and Baiju is in edtech. So overall, I would say in summary, it's great going for India in terms of investment. We have to see how Q4 works out really, because if Q4 holds strong, then India will end CY21 in a very, very strong note in terms of the count of unicorns, in terms of the total investments in startups, both early stage and late stage or mid stage. So we will have to see how India fares in Q4. But overall, great news coming from Indian startups. I will direct you to the video I did yesterday on the same topic, talking more on the account, less on the value, and also the top investors or VCs who have invested in India. We've spoken about all of that yesterday, so I will put the link to that video in the card above. Go take a look at that video as well. Well, so thank you very much. I hope this was useful to you. As you know, my name is Saurav Mukherjee. I'm a digital and technology marketing leader with about 20 years of global experience. If you want to know more about me, I will put the link to my LinkedIn URL in the description box below. Go to my profile page. If you like my profile page, do send me an invite. I regularly work with clients where I try and solve their business, marketing, technological, and investment challenges. If you're looking to engage in me as a consultant in your company, please drop me a line on LinkedIn or write to me on the contact page of my website. I'll put the contact page URL in the description box below. And then we can get into a conversation and see how we can work together. So as I wrap up, finally, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell, please comment on my videos, and please share my videos. So until next time, do stay safe and stay healthy. Take care of yourself, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.